So welcome to whatever this channel is about. So I saw this meme recently talking about chronic conditions and people giving you advice. First I say, I always still wear a mask. I'm still immunocompromised. I got the immune system of a toddler. It's my white blood cells are 1 year old, or a couple months after 1 year old, because all new bone marrow. So I still have a very delicate system inside me. And I'm also taking a bunch of drugs which suppress my immune system because they're needed for stuff. I'm not going to go into that right now. So I do wear a mask when I'm out and about. And you know what? No one cares. But I've got other friends who are out and about wearing masks, and people give them shit for it. And I'm like, why aren't people messing with me? Because I would love to play the cancer card and say, hey, I mean, I don't need a reason to wear a mask, but I'd like to just go, hey, I have actually a reason I'm wearing a mask. Because if I get a common cold, just a common cold, could be game over. Who knows? No one's messing with me. There was one incident, though, which does come to mind. And again, it's borderline, but it was back in a year from now. It was last September, right after I finished my 100 days of treatment. And I was living again by my own again. My family had already gone home. So I was having to take a car service because I was on so many drugs that I could not drive myself to the hospital for my appointments. I was only having appointments like once a week or twice a week, but I couldn't take myself. I needed to have a car service take me. And one of the drivers did kind of give me a little bit of lip. Not much, but he was basically saying how he lives healthy and he doesn't get sick. And I just pointed out to them, you know, I've gone 30 years without having to go to an ER. 30. It was 1990 was my previous time. I mean, I've gone to urgent cares before and I've had doctor's appointments before, but 1990 was the last time I actually had to go to an ER for anything before all this happened. So I managed to basically live healthy for 30 years before I got hit by cancer. If I can do that, like, it doesn't care who it hits. It hits you no matter what. People get sick. You're not doing anything wrong if you get sick. And if you have a chronic condition, you did nothing wrong to get it. It's just, you had bad luck. It's an interesting philosophy that people tend to treat sick people as though they've done evil or they've done crime or just they've done something bad to deserve it. And they haven't. It's just, again, bad luck. And that's where this meme comes in. So basically this guy, like, he could get cancer, and then what's he now going to do? Say, oh, whoops. He's not going to go and apologize to all these people that he reprimanded. On a related note, at the very end of my hospitalization, again, because I told you like, I was on these drugs, there was someone else who was also checking out at the same time, was also on these same kind of drugs. And the husband of the person on the drugs actually complained about her, saying that she was being lazy. I'm like, dude, I am on the same level of drugs. Her body is working as hard as it can. And what's the saying I heard recently I liked? If all you've got is 40% and you give 40%, you're giving 100%. I love that saying, because you're doing whatever you can to survive, and that's your job, is do whatever you can to survive. If someone's got a chronic condition, just acknowledge they have a chronic condition. Don't try to help them. Don't try to fix them. They're doing the best they can to survive. They really are. And it's not their fault. It's just something that happened to them. You can sympathize, you can empathize, but don't blame them. Don't dismiss them. Don't try to put them, like, your health is something that could change and you have no control over it. Which, I mean, is a scary thought. But it can happen. Anyway, that is where my thoughts are today, is be more empathic to, or sympathetic to other people. Anyway, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Have a good one.